Welcome to Universal Truth of Mankind. This is Kabbalah 101, and I am your host. Now, I'm sure you've been following my videos about Ein Sof, about Ethya, Asher Ethya, about Yud Hey Vav Hey. Today, I'm going to do it on Elohim. Now, Elohim is the third Sephiroth, the third name of God, you can say, or attribute of God that is revealed to us. Now, we have a limited understanding of all these three, but we can derive enough understanding of them to give us an indication of what they were designed to do and to be. So I'm going to pull up my chart now. So this should look familiar to you. This is like the fourth, fifth time that I'm showing this graph, but an illustration, but it presents it quite well. Again, just to start, you can see Ein Sof, that's all the outside, okay? And then we see this circle with spikes on it that represents like the universe of creation. The best way to think of it. Now, within it, we already talked about the first white line in it, white circle. It's like an onion, which we know refers to Ethya, Asher Ethya, or in this case, Keter. The next one is Chakma, which is Yud Hey and Vav Hey, which I've talked in a separate video as well. Go and see those as well. And then now the next one we see after that says Binah. Binah is the one we're going to speak about now. So here it is in that Sephirotic tree that we see. Like I said, there's two of these, but this is good enough to get the idea. Now, you'll see on the very top, it says Keter. So what is Keter? Okay. We know that as being the will of the creator. And then Binah or Chakma is to the right, slightly below. We know that's Yud Hey Vav Hey. And that talks about wisdom. Then we go to the left and we see Binah, which means understanding. So that's the one we're going to be talking on now. Okay, so it's Binah, which is Hebrew for understanding. Now, this particular Sephiroth is the creator or the fabricator of creation, the birther of creation, so to speak. What she did, and yes, I did refer to as a she, is taken a Zeron pin and split it into 6 separate pieces. I do have a video on Zeron pin that I just recently put up. You can go ahead and put that up as well and take a look. So 6 days was the splitting up something called Zeron pin into 6 different pieces that are interrelated, intelligent energies, you can call them, that we are created in the image of. So on the 6th day, we were created. In other words, we were endowed with those 6 Sephiroth, those 6 attributes that Zeron pin was split into. Just to go back for a moment, if you skip the top 3 and you don't look at the very bottom, you see 6 circles, and those are the Sephiroths that I'm speaking to. Now, what's cool is this refers to the name Elohim. Elohim is a plural word. It literally means forces from above or guides from above. So it's a plural word. It's not a singular. And I know certain religious beliefs can't explain that. They come up with half-cocked ideas on how to explain away the multitude, the plurality of this word. But this is what's happening, is that this creates these 6 forces that we're created in, that the world has endowed within it. Now, it's also the mother of Adam. So like I said, it's a plural word, but it's also a feminine word. So it is like the mother of creation. And that's the way we should view it. So what we have here is the will of creation up here. And then we have the designer of creation here. which includes the design of the soul. And then we have here Elohim, the actual fabricator, the general contractor, so to speak, to create creation. Create creation in the sense of taking Zeranpin and splitting it into 6 pieces over 6 days. These are not 24-hour periods. These are just, you can think of it as saying, oh yeah, you'll have your day. You have your day in court. Don't worry about it. It's that type of a thing. To view it that way, that's the easiest way to view it. And then it's our job, because that was all created, something from nothing. Now it's our job to bring them back together and create a beautiful harmony and a balance between them all, and try to recreate a Zeranpin within us. Now, these 3 together that I just mentioned is something called the first fruits. So when we talk about the first fruits, we're not necessarily talking about the ripening of the barley. From a spiritual point of view, we're talking about the first fruits of creation are these 3 forces, these 3 attributes, these 3 names, intelligences into creation to produce everything else below it. Now, if I go back to the very first here, Zeranpin creates the rest of the circles there that are going down towards the middle. Now, the one we didn't talk about was the 7th day, the Shabbos. That's the final white circle in the middle. And so what we're looking to do is just imagine this, where these circles are all like bouncing off of each other, moving around and stuff like that. That's the chaotic state we're in, except for the first 3. The remaining 7 are the ones that are moving around. But God made a covenant with us on the 7. 7 represents covenant. This will eventually be balanced out, sorted out, and brought into order. And we'll have our utopia. And then once that's done, then the final white circle in the middle, you'll see there, will now be in its fullness. So that's how these 3 work together. And those are the 3 names and what they present for us in our understanding of how this is all created and its purpose. If you have questions, please just put them down below. And as always, please like, share, subscribe. All right. Thanks a lot. Take care and have a great day. Shalom, shalom.